Hello and welcome guys to yet another cast from Darkstar, and I am going to be your caster for this evening, TMK. And today we're going to be on Ohana with the red Zerg Socialist versus the blue Zerg Melydron. And yeah, man, this should be a very exciting game. Ohana, the Russian citizens are pretty short, so we could be seeing a lot of aggression. Actually, this is not Ohana! Oh, flip those tables. I do believe this is GSL Whirlwind, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this does look like GSL Whirlwind. But I'm not really completely familiar with a lot of these new maps in HOTS as of yet. Although I do believe GSL Whirlwind was before during the last couple of seasons of Wings of Liberty. I do believe that it was there, and these panda marks, man, is so awesome. And yep, initially I was a bit confused because it's like this scene, except for these tiles, of course, but the sandy tiles, seeing Ohana so many times that I can make a mistake, guys. I can make a mistake. I'm human. This is interesting, actually. Sure, the Socialist is going for, I think this might be a 14 pool or so, and we're getting a very early gas over here from Melydron. Not sure what he's up to, whether he's going to go for a very early link speed aggression special tactics, or whether he'll be going for a very early baneling nest. Whether that's defensive or not, we'll have to wait and see. And here goes Socialist going for a hatch first, opting to play it a bit more standard than his opponent. Although this isn't that great, except for the gas. The gas advantage will be heavily in favor of Melydron. The question is, will he pull the drones after getting that crucial 100 gas? So will he just continue making, mining the gas and get a couple of banelings out, maybe more than 2 banelings, and then eventually transition into speed? But it looks like he'll definitely be going for that link speed upgrade, as he's still mining that gas. But the question is, will he continue to mine gas after getting the link speed? Because he could transition into pure ling aggression. He could just use it. There we go, pulling one single drone out at the moment. Not sure if he's going to continue doing that. Now he gets a nice scout and sees no hatch. And as well, Socialist does have his Overlord parked at the natural of Melydron. He knows that there is no hatch. He knows that there most probably will be some degree of aggression. But Socialist does have his own gas up. He will have a bit more of a mineral advantage, having 13 drones. Actually, the drone advantage does go into Melydron's favor because of this hatch, of course. And now Melydron opting for his own hatch. Socialist will have the production advantage, albeit temporarily. And he'll also be able to get double queen out at the same time, while Melydron will have to just be content with the one queen. And yep, I do believe we should be seeing a baneling nest up soon. And yep, this looks like it's going to be a very interesting game here. And this map is very, very, very nice in the sense of just there's so many bases. It's got a lot of high ground, a lot of low ground, and it's still wide open. It isn't like a few maps that I've been watching on Reddit, which seem to have a kind of closed-in feeling, which can be quite bad against Zerg. It can be great against other matchups, but against Zerg it can be a bit of a hassle. And just defensive baneling being morphed in over here, and one queen pooping out some creep tumors over here, and Socialist wisely knowing that he might not be able to keep up in the production, so he's just trying to use his queens defensively and trying to just utilize his sources in the best way possible. And when I say keep up in production, it means that he just might not have the mineral intake at this point in time to really keep on production from 2 bases, but it looks like we're going to see some intensive aggression coming, and Socialist knows that it's coming. Socialist sending his queens forward to try and intercept, or try and take some damage. Here comes the banelings, and banelings everywhere. Nice explosions from Socialist. And Socialist does trade extremely well, but this one ling does get into the main of Socialist just to scout out everything that's going on, and it tries to pick off one single ling, but now made its way and traded very nicely, picking off a baneling. Very nice trade for Melydron, as a baneling does cost about 15 minerals and 25 gas, as a single ling does cost 25 minerals and the additional 25 and gas. And it looks like Socialist, the speed just finishing, he's going for some kind of timing counterattack, going to be putting on some of his own aggression, but it looks like Melydron is expecting it, getting his Minecrawler, morphing in some banelings. But the question is, will the banelings be on time? Will they be significant? And here comes a lot of lings, and nice detonation going on there. And also utilizing his drones to protect his queen, just making them follow the queen. Can bug out the AI of some of these Ling's melee units. And it looks like Socialist didn't trade very well there at all. Let's look at the units lost tab. Yes, he actually is still ahead, but only by a little smidge. But in this mirror match, that little smidge could prove to be the defining factor. And it looks like another Ling counter attack. This is some old school ZVZ being played. And oh, huge Baneling hit. And that wasn't such a big Baneling hit. The second one. And it looks like Socialist is going in, counterattack after counterattack, non-stop aggression. This is the way we like to see StarCraft 2. Not those goddamn Roach versus Roach with some Hydras and some friggin' Infestors. And it looks like this counterattack should do quite a bit of damage, making a beeline straight for the drones. I do believe he managed to pick off a single drone. Yes, 2 drones in total, but I do believe there was 1 drone from earlier and now a single drone from now. And it looks like Socialist is just trying to find a way in while also securing his third base, and now checks to see if his opponent has a third. There is no third to be found. His opponent is teching up. We could be seeing some 2-base Mutalisk play from his opponent. But the question is, what will we be seeing from Socialist? Will we see a Roach play? Will we be seeing... oh, there we go. There is going to be a Roach play. And here comes the counter. Counterattack. Lings are running across the map at the moment. Not sure whether they're going to do some damage, what exactly they're going to do, and nope, looks like he's going to back off. Probably going to be going for his own third. Or we could be seeing Mutalisk play any second, and there we go. There is a Spire on the way. And 2-base Muta are going to be trying to re-establish map control, but here we go. It looks like the third of Socialist has been scouted out, but Socialist wisely bringing a Baneling over here. This Baneling is proving to be the deciding factor, and forces his opponent to back off. But his opponent knows that the highest probability is that Socialist is going to be going for a Roach play. But the thing is, if he gets enough Roaches out, he could do significant damage. Not to mention, if he does land some really good fungal growths, he could also do significant damage. And fungal growths are so much better, well, actually are much more difficult to pull off in Heartless Swarm rather than Wings of Liberty, because in Wings of Liberty there was an instant cast. Now they are projectile based with a speed of 15 and a range of 10, so the range has increased, albeit slightly, but it's much more difficult to pull off. And I do believe they changed the way the damage works, and it looks like, yep, we're going to be seeing Roach Infestor this game. Socialist is going to be testing out his might and his micro, going to be also along with his timing. It's going to be very interesting, and Mutalisks do regen 1 HP per second, so that could also be a bit of an issue. And Socialist making a beeline for this third. If he actually brings it down, it will like plant him firmly ahead, even further ahead than he already is. But there are a couple of Banelings. One Baneling does get a nice detonation, the second one not so much. Oh, so many Lings here for Socialist, going to be dancing around, going to try and weaken this hatch. But he's gonna be careful, and more Lings do reinforce. But here comes the Mutalisk. But it looks like this hatch will go down. It's worth actually taking down, as it has finished. A lot of Lings will actually die, but the hatch does finally go down. And actually, a lot of Lings are now going down. I do believe, yep, Socialist did throw down some spores. He doesn't want to die outright, because controlling his infestors and getting a lot of good fungal growths is going to be tricky against these Mutalisks, which are so fast, so agile, and also regen a nice bit of HP. So as long as he keeps them spread out, even if he does catch a few of them, unless he catches all of them, it will not be significant. Socialist losing a few Overlords there, and it looks like another Overlord being picked off. This is going to be so very annoying. Socialist heavily supply blocked at the moment, but he's already gotten his upgrades. He's already got what he kind of needs. His infestors are already on the field with pathogen glands, and it looks like his top 3 control is about to be tested. And oh, will he see a fungal growth? No, it does not get a fungal growth out. Will he try and bait 1 or 2 fungal growths? Because if he spreads out his Mutalisks, he could do significant damage. Going for the +1 Carapace as well, wisely, and I like this play. I like this play a lot. And here comes a lot of Lings. And will he? No, the Lings just make a straight run by into the main. Nice little bit of a counterattack, going straight for the Queen. This Queen is going to be a little bit annoying. And what is going to happen over here? It looks like the Mutalisks are swinging in, and they're spread, but he catches the majority of the Mutalisks. A lot of Mutalisks are actually still spread, and he's forced quite a few fungal growths to go down, and I do believe he's only going to lose these 2 Mutalisks, and this 1 Mutalisk does stay for the battle randomly. And okay, double expanding wisely behind that, now having complete map control, still sticking to muta tech, could be seeing a transition anytime soon. No double evo chamber, so he's gonna be a bit behind on upgrades, and when I say upgrades I mean ground upgrades, but he does have the air upgrades already, and it looks like we're looking at a counter attack going across the field. Roaches so much more difficult to kill than lings by these Mutalisks, especially since the Mutalisks do not have the air attack upgrade, but it looks like they're going to be making a beeline for this fourth base, while the third base of Socialist is under siege. Melydron is sending some units to try and defend, but it looks like he'll have to sack the base, and there is a Spore Crawler, and Spore Crawlers do additional damage versus Bio now, and it looks like the Queen hasn't picked off, but not before. A lot of mutas have actually gone down. And it looks like a lot of action all over the place, and one Mutalisk does find this fourth base of Socialist. Socialist losing so many drones right now. Oh my god, Socialist has lost 15 drones, 16 drones, 17, 18, 20. So many drones. That was devastating, if I do say so myself. But Socialist wisely counterattacking at the moment, going straight for the natural, which has just got nothing here to guard it. And Socialist has a lot of Hydralisks. Hydralisk the wise choice, but there is no muscular augment, so getting more Hydralisks across the field is going to take a while. And there are just so many Mutalisks with the upgrade. This is going to be really good. This is the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. There's +2. But the thing is, all the Hydralisks are clumped up together, so the Glaive Worms are doing so much damage, but it looks like the natural will fall, actually. And randomly, just so much random action everywhere, but these drones now are going right for the third. And it looks like these roaches will be sacked, but the question is, how much damage will they do before they finally go down? This Mutalisk needs to be micro, needs to be brought back. The Queen looks like she will fall. And this random Muta, I'm not sure where she's going, but the Queen has actually bought quite a bit of time. And these Lings aren't doing much either. How many resources lost? It looks like Melydron has lost so many resources, but drone-wise, they're both kind of even Stevens, and now the Mutalisk making a beeline for this fourth. It needs to be brought down immediately, and I'm just not sure who has actually won in that trade. But the thing is, Socialist with these roaches is going to be so much more effective. He needs to turn on more spine crawlers, this Melydron, if he wants to effectively defend against roach counterattacks. But it looks like Melydron will be losing. Will actually trade a base for a base at the moment, and my cat randomly wants to leave my room at this awesome time, and here comes the drones! So many drones surrounding everything and doing so much damage, and here comes the Air Force Army, and there is really nothing to help deal with all of these roaches. You do have the +1 carapace, do have the +2 range, but it looks like these roaches are going to be left for dead as the Mutalisks are angry. The Mutalisks want to throw some Glaive Worms, and Mutalisks have in fact intercepted everything. And with the Glaive Worms and this big flock of mutas, this should be enough. But here come the Infestors, here come the Hydras, and here come the Queens, and this should be all she wrote, folks. Here come the Infestors, only catching one single muta, which gets torn apart. The Mutalisks taking out their aggression against this rock, but it looks like Melydron throws in the towel. He knows that he can't really do much. And that's the GG. Well played by Socialist. And I'm the Mishkin, and I'll catch you guys.